my people. I appreciate y'all. Whoever comes to the show today. What's good? This your homie. This your broski. This your guy. Hood Films. We in the place to be, and we rocking out hard. And I just appreciate y'all coming and check us out on the channel. We had a crazy anomaly with the bro right there, y'all big brother, and what he got going on in DC. And so it became a special report today. So I want to make sure we talk about it, see what's going on. It's crazy with Trump coming out the woodwork like he did, and making black people have to choose sides like that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause with the police coming, the National Guard coming, that's gonna be like a real scare. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck going on? And you walking around your town, you walking around your city, and it's like, what the fuck? But it's a part of the game. We all know that too. You know, Trump is the president, so he get to make them ultimate calls. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna put a little question rather, in the comment section and let y'all hit me up with that. Let's see if the sound is working. My sound is working. You gotta do all this other stuff. Let me hit cancel real quick and hit this button. You gotta do a little things. Okay, that's the button then. Bet. So anyway, yeah, that's really what the question was. It's like, what's up with Trump and everything like that, and why is he sending the National Guards on black folks? Because it's mostly black people in that town. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of crazy to see that that's the play out. But we all know that Trump is like a powerful guy. So if he decides some shit, that's what it's gonna be, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's rich. He's the president. He decided that they're gonna send the National Guard in, and we don't really have a say so in that conversation. You know, it is what it is. But Trump is, you know, I just don't want nobody to get shot or hurt up in a city, because that's really what some shit like that is. Because you got a lot of people that's not necessarily built like that. You know what I'm saying? They not street dudes. They ain't cops to that extent. And they'll shoot the shit out of somebody accidentally. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, damn, I didn't even know it was gonna be a dead body right there like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the hell? What can you say? But he is the dude that's in charge. So everybody looking at it like he get to make that ultimate decision. So I wanted to talk about it, and I'm gonna get to some of the stuff that he got going on, and let me find one of those videos that I want y'all to check out. And here it is right here. So we'll just go over what Trump actually is saying, and then that way we can get a gauge on what's going on with him. So let's pop over to the actual. Is it doing my job? I'm asking it to do. Okay, there we go. All right, and boom, hit right there, and then we'll talk about it real quick. What Trump got going on? Hit the poll too when you come in. Let's go.
A lot of people most have ever seen in this room. And we're here for a very serious purpose, Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly like we did on the southern border. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in DC, and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the DC Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that.
Well, that let you know right there, at least you can get an idea of what he's saying. He's sending in the goddamn Fed, the National Guard, the Army, to go handle the city of DC, which is just basically a city where people, you know, work every day, get up, go home, just like any other town. But, you know, he's sending in the National Guard, so that's going to make everybody have to be on high alert. You're going to have to watch how you're walking around, what's going on. They're going to pop up on you. And that's really what they've been doing. They've been popping up on people, shocking the shit out of them. You sitting around chilling, and then like 5 white dudes pop up in uniform like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, the fuck you mean what we doing? You can't hide that. You can't smoke right here. You can't do that. Now, all this shit I could run in. I'm seeing the videos pop up, and that's what's making me think like, damn, they really up under the gun. But, you know, they saying they can really technically only be over there for 30 days. And after that, then he's supposed to not be there. You know, he can't really just send in a National Guard, but we are seeing that's exactly what the hell he's doing. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are reacting to it, but I don't know what to say about it because I'm glad it's not happening where I'm from. Because again, you know, you get enough bull crap happening from the cops or from and the last thing you need is some zealous dude, overzealous dude, in your damn face with a fucking gun and the government behind him. So now if a cop could get away with shooting the hell out of you and killing you, what they gonna say about somebody in uniform? They gonna make it seem like his life was threatened to, like he was over in Beirut some damn well. So it's like really crazy to see that going on. But Trump and them is in charge, and you know what I mean when that skin is in charge. What that means is on you. You run it. So let's see what he got to say. They gonna talk a little bit more about it.
Of National Guard troops in the nation's capital. It's an effort to fight what he believes is out-of-control crime.
Hit the polls, guy. Hit the poll. Show love and take a vote.
It's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live.
The crackdown also comes with the promise of using federal police and agents in city streets, a pledge to bring an active military if necessary, and Trump didn't rule out trying to do the same in other cities.
We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. We're starting very strongly with DC, and we're going to clean it up real quick.
A recent alleged attack on a former DOJ staffer in D.C. who was left bloodied after trying to stop a carjacking seems to be playing into the federalization push. The city also had to implement curfews for minors after large groups of teenagers have been vandalizing different areas. The administration says they'll try to do away with no cash bail nationwide while trying to enforce harsher punishments for young people starting in D.C.
They know that we can't touch them. Why? Because the laws are weak. We need to go after the D.C. Council and their absurd laws.
D.C. police data shows violent crime.
See, that's letting you know that they talking about black people. When you hear them going into this frenzy, and they targeting cities where it's mostly black people at. So, I mean, what can you really say? It's like, you know, I mean, D.C. is right under their nose. So if you really want to stop the crime, y'all got secret services. Y'all, my OG used to say that. Y'all got secret services. Y'all got armies. Hit that vote, guys. Come on, the polls are coming in. I see the votes coming in right now. We'll talk about the votes in a minute. But, you know, they could really stop crime if they really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because the presidency is right down the street. So now I guess he's the one, you know, I guess tough on crime, as they call those kind of people. You know what I'm saying? So he making it where I'm going to get in their face and I'm going to make a big deal out of this shit. So it's nothing nobody could do, even though it's foul. But they got curfews on the shorties. And the shorties go crazy where I'm from, too. You know what I'm saying? They go downtown, wild out. So I'm assuming they do the same thing over there, too. Yeah, I heard crime is down 20%. Yup, Mr. Primetime DC. Yep, I heard that. They said, no, girl, I think it's y'all mayor, if you're from out there, she said that it's down since 2019, before the pandemic. You know, it's even down. But, you know, Trump, he the number man. So what he say is going to be the actual truth. And what they saying is like probably what the paperwork's saying, what the forums is actually doing, you know, the diagnostically what means truth. But he ain't going to go for that. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit more about this. I was seeing if some of the people from D.C. was going to actually talk, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just took over, yep. But I mean, you think about it, bro. That's where he at. He down there in that in y'all the nation's capital. I mean, this is his backyard. And then you got to think too, this is his last time being a president. So any kind of wild, outrageous, ignorant shit he can do, he gonna do it because he ain't gonna do this again. He like damn near 80. It's like I'm doing what the hell I want to do. Ain't nobody finna stop tripping on me. He not in the real DC. Oh, okay, okay, but I got to get out there. My little son went up to Howard University, so I slid through that once, checking it out. All right, let's get to the message. I think this is the mayor from down there, Mayor Muriel Bowser. Let's see what she got to say. She Democrat too.
His view of DC is shaped by his COVID era experience during his first term. We experienced a crime spike post-COVID. We have been able to reverse that 2023 crime spike.
The president has the authority to take over the D.C. Police Department under the Home Rule Act for 48 hours or up to 30 days. Anything longer would need approval from Congress. Reporting in Washington.
That's crazy. So you see, he don't have it where he could just do it his own way. He still got to get approval from Congress. So that means a lot of them people might say, nah, man, it's enough of this. But then they his cronies. They, you know, it's almost like if you vote bogus, then you gonna be out of here. You ain't gonna be on the inside with us. So you know what the big guy trying to do. You might as well vote in his behalf. You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't agree with it, you got to do it if you're trying to keep your job, keep your connects. You know what I'm saying? You know they know the names of the people who don't vote right. So if he want to travel around the country, tough on crime, and then imagine this: this is his first year, year one. We ain't even at January yet. So he got a lot more time to do whatever the hell he want to do and do it any kind of way. You're right. He up to something, Mr. Primetime DC. I agree, but we don't really know. It's like who could tell what Trump is going except chaos. I can't even talk to my mom. She is like in a frenzy. And then, you know, I've seen other people like that when she wasn't like that. But now you can't even. Hey, it's almost like Trump down the street. Like we can go down there and be like, "Hey, man, what's your damn problem?" But you know, it's like they really are connected to what he's doing. And I try not to study it and watch it so much because of everything changes so much. You know, you don't really know what is going to convey and what's going to stay. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And Trump is in charge. So let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Holla at me. We're going to talk about it. And also make a vote. We got the vote going on down there. And also we got the membership for the brand. So we give you all the videos ahead of time. And we probably hit you about 20-something videos a day of our podcast and things that we do. So I said, Primetime, Mr. Primetime said, they're only in our neighborhoods. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. That's all they can be. They're not going to be in y'all houses. You know what I'm saying? They just walking down the street chilling. And they basically don't even want to be there because, like I said, people in the National Guard are regular humans. They don't want to be there. They want to be at the crib. They want to be just like you doing, just like you chilling right now. That's what they feel like doing. They don't want to be in no damn, who even told me to come to this, man? Like, it's your job. You like, damn. Gotta be out here, man. Standing around. Some of them people probably live in suburbs and areas so far away from DC. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck we got. But they said we gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this in here right quick before I move on to another statement. Okay, I'll wait on this because I gotta think of what to write in there. Let me get to the video real quick as I think. And we are about right here. This actually I'm gonna let Trump give a little bit more information because why not hear it right from the horse's mouth?
And they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side. You don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth, much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past 5 years, and the number of carjacked.
Man, you know it's gonna be crime in any city. So to try to, you know, pinpoint DC as being some anomaly is stupid. Come on. It's crime everywhere. Where people be dwelling together, so shit could go down. So I just don't understand why he's trying to, you know, go off into this, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. Let me just put this in here. Keep the show going. All right, bet. I am just putting in one of these little things right here, which is like a goal you will help us keep this show going. I'm actually putting in one of those little super chat joints, seeing if y'all will help us out at the show. so we can keep the show going. And you could donate to us and support the brand and support what we got going on over here. But obviously, Trump is going through something. Oh, hold up! I forget they moved the button down that I normally use. I keep forgetting that. It's that button that, right there. So I'm gonna get back to the actual conversation. And it don't look like they're gonna let my goal go through. What the hell going on? Oh, it's something. Okay, did it go through? Maybe it did. All right, so let's get back to the conversation. I appreciate y'all coming over to the channel, checking us out. Y'all rocking with us over here. We got a special report today. We're doing one on Trump and what's going on in DC. We letting the DC people talk to us. It's a lot of people talking about this, but for right now, we just letting the people talk and let them see what they got to say. So I'm gonna flip right back over to the conversation.
Held her own press conference within the last hour. At 4, you mentioned how she talked about the president's first term during the pandemic, how she believes that may have shaped his view of crime in the district. Break down what else she's saying now in response to this federal takeover.
Well, Megan, the federal takeover today described by Mayor Bowser and MPD Chief Pamela Smith as more of a partnership. We pressed Mayor Bowser about what she meant by that, and she said that she is limited in what she can do, that she must comply with the law given the limited powers of DC and her government. After our repeated requests for interviews over the past few days, the mayor finally spoke to a room full of reporters this afternoon. Inside the Wilson building, she was joined by her police and fire chiefs. The mayor drilling down once again that crime numbers are at a historic low as contrasted with what the president said. The mayor said, during special times of emergency, which the president declared today, she must give the services of the MPD to the federal government. But she was clear that Pamela Smith is still the chief in charge. The chief saying over the next 30 days, you'll see an increased police presence all over the district. She also said this.
We have a relationship with our community that is very important to us, our community members. And so having
Look, all this time, I thought that was a white lady they was talking about. I didn't know she was black. But it make more sense now that they'll do a takeover in her city, because it's like you don't have control, you don't have power, and you can't stop none of these motherfuckers from doing shit. But it ain't just DC. It's other cities, and it ain't just Democratic cities. It's rural towns. It's different areas where crime is real. I mean, they got all these black truck drivers that's coming up missing. They traveling in different areas, and there's spots where your cell phone don't work, but they don't know that. They just driving through, and then all of a sudden something happens, something on the road, and these people coming up missing. And it's real life, they're coming up missing. It's not like a joke. So it's really sad, you know what I'm saying? But Trump just making a big deal out of DC. It's like, come on, bro. That's not the only place where something is happening. You've been disingenuous. I want to take a second real quick and talk about my shirt. These shirts are available right now. You can get one of these if you want to. These are new Hood Film shirts. They're official. They're over at walmart.com, or you can actually order it right now through YouTube, and we're grateful for their support. You want to show us some love. All these things help us keep going and keep us rocking out, and keep us making a brand go, you know what I'm saying? So Frank was like saying some wildness. I don't know what Frank talking about. Lou said something about knowing what I'm saying. I really don't know what he's saying, but I know what I'm saying. And anyway, you guys can continue the votes coming in. I see the votes is rocking out. They're looking good over there. The votes is coming in. Is Trump wrong for sending in the National Guard? And right now, it's heavy-handed, like it's leaning in one direction of what's going on with that, with his antics. And so, again, the Hood Film shirts are available. They ship them to you. They got all colors. We got different. Actually, you know what? We removed the colors. We actually just got our black up there at this time. And so you can check it out. We got different sizes. You're going to love it. It's a nice little shirt. I look fly in it, you know what I mean? And this is really good. So as you wash it several times, it's going to actually stand tall. You know what I'm saying? So become a part of the YouTube membership over here at Hood Films. Become a part of the YouTube membership. We send you videos ahead of time. We'll give you a lot of our stuff as the day go on. You'll be getting the notifications of our videos coming right to you. We're just constantly working over here. That's what we do for a living. We love what we do. So we appreciate y'all coming to check us out. And keep commenting. Keep like button going and all that. I'm gonna try to see if there's some other communications going on about this, because I know it is. But let's look up some other conversations that they got going. I gotta put Trump and National Guard in there, because if you just put Trump, they're gonna be talking about all kind of shit he got going on. Trump is the president, so he got like 40 different, you know what I'm saying? Probably even more than that. Zelensky, every time, you know what I mean, do whatever, you know, but it's just crazy over there with the president right now. But DC is where he is and where he lay his head every night, and especially as the president, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stay where you at, you know, stay in the town you at. So with him doing this, it's like, damn, a lot of people kind of pissed off at him. But the mayor of Black, like, she ain't she ain't got nothing popping. I mean, it's so many people. I'm gonna let this y'all seen this white lady talking before. I know for a fact. I think she talking about it too.
The future of your
Oh, shut up. We gotta let the commercials run. I actually should take one myself right now. It's only gonna be 1 minute, but you gotta do this. This is what happens in this game. So let me get a 1 minute break while we let them get a 1 minute break, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Look like we back. We are back. Hit that button. Resume. All right, y'all. So we back at it. We back at it. We don't take no more seconds. We here. Check out the Hood Film shirt. Get you one right now. They are selling quick there at Walmart.com. You can get your size. Just put Hood Films in Walmart. It'll pop right up. Or get it one right now. Send some love, super thanks, super chat, all the good stuff you're supposed to do is show love for us. And also, we wanted to thank y'all for coming and check us out over here. It's just, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, what else did I find? I know I got some good stuff coming in right here. So let me let this finish up in about 2 seconds, and then bam, and then we're gonna get to this little conversation. We ain't gonna let her talk much. This lady could talk, or believe me, she could talk. You already know. Let me know in the comment section if you know who this lady is. Bearded Inquisitor said Trump's the goat. The goat. He the goat.
Assaults with a dangerous weapon are at their lowest point in 30 years. Nevertheless, because he's so tough on crime, President Trump today deployed hundreds of National Guardsmen and women into Washington, D.C. Send the U.S. military to become the police force in Washington, D.C. The lead in the Washington Post tonight, quote, President Donald Trump announced today that he is placing the D.C. police under direct federal control and will deploy the National Guard to the streets of Washington, an extraordinary flex of federal power that strips city leadership of its ability to make law enforcement decisions and could expose residents of the nation's capital to unpredictable encounters with a domestically deployed military force. A domestically deployed military force. Because tough on crime. Do you think it's really about crime? Do you think it's really about being tough on crime? Do you want to maybe track down the axe and machete triple murderer Trump just released to the streets of Orlando to go ask him if he thinks it's about being tough on crime? Or you maybe want to pop in to ask Ghislaine at that Bureau of Prisons crown jewel facility that kind of looks like a community college? You want to go ask her? Think it's because he's so tough on crime? That said, I mean, let's be generous here. Maybe it's not really just a generic tough on crime thing. Maybe it's specifically because...
So like I said, she could talk for hours. So you got to go over there and holler at her on her channel. But, she does have her little point about what really is the tough on crime conversation. Like, what is he really trying to do here? You know what I'm saying? So we have to, that's really what people are trying to figure out. Like, what are you doing? Like, if they come in and they just post it up, what is it they're going to ultimately do? Stop people from coming outside? Think about it. It's about to start becoming a fall. In a lot of towns, daylight savings going to kick in. People ain't going to be outside like this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if the troops was popping out in May, it would probably have a little bit more leverage. But you talking about real late in the year, like now, dude. It's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's like far into the future of everything. Like, but I mean, I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is what you got to do when you know, the president, and you got it at your leisure. You got it at your hands. Like, you could tell people what to do, and they got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, why not? You know what I'm saying? Send in the troops. God damn it. Well, yeah, you know, because again, they said some white boy got jumped up there. Oh no, I think he was trying to stop a carjacking. They said, and then that's what made Trump and them get on this. So imagine you being this little one white dude who got everybody in a roar like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that it's important for us to talk about it so that it can still at least be known. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it'll pop up in your city and you walk outside, there's some troops out there. Like, where the fuck they come from? What happened? Who did something? And they looking at you like you did something. They over here for you. You like, I ain't do. I go to work every day. But no, it's crime over here. You know what I'm saying? You fit the whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for the votes coming in. I see the votes running in too. Y'all going crazy on the voting. I appreciate that. We got the vote right there. The question right there is Trump wrong for sending in the troops, and everybody voting. Everybody taking a stab at this one, and I'm grateful for that. I appreciate y'all. This our new shirts. They're around here. You can get them. They got your size. If not, let me know. We'll have your size, and we are grateful for you showing up. And we'll go into the new conversation over here and see what they got going on, and I'll be right back. We're going to react to this. See them votes still coming in. The votes rocking today. Let's go.
DEA agents on patrol in Georgetown. They are just some of the hundreds of federal law enforcement officers that have been positioned in D.C. in response to President Trump's crime crackdown. Well, 7 News' John Gonzalez is live at the D.C. Armory, where about 100 National Guardsmen filled out the necessary paperwork ahead of their local mission.
That's right, Adriana. Good morning. And staffers here at the D.C. Armory tell me that they are expecting very long days with a lot of overtime, similar to what they saw back in 2021 when the J6 Capitol breach happened. More than 25,000 D.C. National Guard soldiers were activated to secure the Capitol. Well, this time around, 800 of these soldiers have been deployed here locally, and many of them started arriving yesterday while our cameras were rolling. The Guard and federal agents are part of this rare mobilization.
FBI and DEA agents on patrol.
It's going down, man.
Liberation
I'm
Day
with
in
you,
DC,
Will.
And we're going to take our capital back.
All right, guys, so you could consider this an unordinary day at the White House. And then again, most days of this presidency have been unordinary. But you probably saw the videos. Presidents of the
I ain't gonna rock that one. He playing music in the background.
To President Trump's recent move to send thousands of National Guard troops to Los Angeles this summer to tamp down on immigration protests, and his comments that federal intervention in other cities like New York and Chicago could be next.
Trump does not care about D.C. safety. He cares about control.
The Attorney General of D.C. said he was exploring legal options. The D.C. mayor called the president's actions
Unsettling and unprecedented.
while promising to work with the federal government to keep the city safe. Protesters speaking out.
Crazy.
They love to spit in the face of.
So you can see it's like a war up down there. I'm glad I'm not in D.C. right now because the people gonna be snapping, going crazy, seeing this big old deployment on them as if they in some kind of third world country. And you know, I mean, they've done it. They've done it a lot of times. I've even heard about it being done before I was born in places like Detroit. I think they had something called some kind of pig or whatever. Or something happened about a shootout at with the police at a bar. And it led into this whole big old fucking shit where the troops came out. And it's crazy. Sometimes that happens in America where the troops come out. But, you know, I don't know if Trump trying to get the black people to react and, you know, be ready to fight or be ready to protest. You know what I'm saying? The treatment of being like, you know, locked in your house. You know, remember, you know, when they come, basically they locking you in your house. You had a curfew. You know, these are the things that come with them coming over there. So it's not like they just there and then you just walking down the street like, hey, what's up? It's like, yo, you ain't supposed to be out here. Who are you? Let me see your paper. Let me see your name. Okay, at this time of day, this person came out here. If you catch your ass out here again at this time, we're going to have to run you down. And you like, what the fuck? I walked through here. I'm getting off work. It's the way home. So it's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying, what they doing. You know, I see the votes coming in, too. I appreciate the votes coming in. We got great votes. Make a comment, though, if y'all want to say something, talk about it. Holla at me. We appreciate the comments. This is Black Outrage. We're actually doing a special report today about Trump bringing the troops into the black community, which is in D.C. because it's nothing but black people there. I've been to D.C. It's blacker than black. You know how these universities be. My son was getting ready to go to one of those Ivy Leagues, so we took him to the Ivy League universities. We took him like Yale, Cornell, Princeton, a few of them, Harvard. We took them like each campus. We took them to them. So the last one we went to was Howard University, but my oldest son was actually going there. He was in his last year, so we went to visit him up there since we're in that part of the world, and we visit him. And when I go to those bougie universities, the Ivy League, and they got the stores out front of the school, you walk up in there and you just be like, oh, let me get a smoothie, or let me get insomnia cookies, or let me get some tacos and shit. And then you go to the one at DC, which is the black university, which is a liquor store across the street with thick glass, the Arab dude behind the thick ass glass. I mean, it's like where I'm from, like literally you can walk and see this anywhere where I'm from. But in DC with the university across the street, especially seeing all those bougie universities one after the other, it's like, what the fuck? How do they expect black motherfuckers to be? You literally just reinvented the hood from where they from. Every black person that came to that university, y'all got this shit looking like where they from, versus every single person that came to those Ivy League schools. They probably came from rural neighborhoods. They probably came from where even the hoods we came from, but they just white people. But if you go to those schools, they was like nice as hell. I was like, damn, Matthew said, oh my God, please stop playing the victim. I love when people say that, because that means they are perpetrators if he could see me as a victim. Like, how am I a victim towards, I don't even fucking know you. But if I'm a victim, if you hear words coming out of my mouth that make you think that I'm a victim, that means you must be a perpetrator of white supremacy, and this is making you feel uncomfortable. So I would give you a test or a homework assignment, and I said, write it down. Write it down. Get that pen and pad. Don't do this. Write it down, and then go out and spew it right at the lake. You go to the water close to you, and you do it like Shakespearean, because that's the only way somebody gonna care about what you got to say, my brother. Let's get back to the conversation. Hold up. He said you're not a victim. You think you're a victim. So your people let a bunch of folks in from another country, gave them money, houses, loans, jobs, cars. You benefit from white supremacy, but let's just stick to what your big brother and them did. Houses, cribs, jobs, money. And the only thing that's tough in their life is that a few police officers want to arrest them. However, in DC, where it's none of them, it's all black people, the National Guard is there. What? What? I bet you the National Guard ain't where you at, where your cousin's at, where your brother and them at. Y'all can go and get a beer right now and moon each other. Hey, John, yeah, motherfucker. You will not go to jail. Nobody's gonna accost you, nothing. But the dude walking home from work, they're gonna be like, get on the damn ground, open that bag right now. Ain't shit in here, it's my uniform in here. And then they shoot him, pow. We couldn't tell what was in the bag. Your brother and sister and them gonna be on the news saying, it was such a threat. If I see someone with a bag, I'm nervous. So stop trying to act like we the victims when all y'all do is perpetrate toward people to become victims. Like, what are you talking about? That's comedy. Hey, let's get back to it. Let's pop this thing and see what the conversation is.
The police, as the police are standing up there in uniform, they're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face. And then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit. And they can hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such circumstance, and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. They love to spit in the face.
See, so it's a lot of people that's going to be down for that. I mean, obviously, they run on politically they run on police activity, police, you know what I mean, like, you know, pushing the cop thing. So they gonna be rocking with that, you know what I'm saying? And this is what he's here to say. But guess what? Who gonna be the cops? They gonna be people like Matt. They gonna be people like him. That's who the cops gonna be. And if they're already afraid because they think somebody acting like a victim, what kind of mindset you think they walking in the hood with a gun and a badge and a car and a truck and 17 hours hitting weights some damn well? They gonna walk in a mentality of, I'm taking one of these motherfuckers down. What if they got a bad relationship at the crib and the girl yelling at them? Or what if they just bad ain't ate in a long time and now they got to come walk around you in your neighborhood, and anything they say, no matter what they say, it's going to make you be like you did something to perpetrate the whole reason why they even stopped you. It was on you. And you just was like, damn. So it make you have to stay in the crib. It make you have to stay away from them, because why would you want to go put yourself in that predicament or that trick bag when you know that the 12 people they going to get to come and talk about your case ain't going to look like you, ain't going to care about you. It's going to be a rough afternoon. And this is the process that we all know is coming down the pipeline. If you black. Now, if you these other people, they might give you a loan. They might start thinking about your baby. They might, we separating you for your child. Like, they don't separate black people from their child when they lock them up all over America. No black person has been separated from their children. Like, is that what's happening today? Only some immigrant people have been separated from their kids. It's just stupid hypocrisy all over TV. It's like, what's happening? Like, is that what? Oh, it's supposed to be. Well, black people go to jail because that's just the way the country works. And if they did the crime, then they got to do time. But if it's the other folks, then it's like, well, wait a minute now. Come on, this is too harsh now. Come on. We don't want them to get arrested at their job. Nigga, I was arrested at my goddamn job. But no fucking show came. I didn't get on TV. They didn't do a reality show about my shit. You got arrested at your job. You guys came back to your job and was like, yeah, that was fucked up, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm good in here. And they was like, yeah, you good. Okay, so that's the reality of it. So if that happened to you, I would go to a place where I can get arrested. That would be the logical thought. Don't go your ass down there. You know what I'm saying? So when the National Guard pop out, walking around your city and all of that, they would rather switch the dynamic from chasing the people who they consider themselves chasing to come sit up in a black neighborhood and just post up, watching us. What the fuck are niggas doing? Nothing. All they got to do is I'll tell you how to get them National Guards out of there. It's so fast and so easy. This is a movie making channel. Matter of fact, you can see my shirt. You can go cop one of them shirts, Hood Film shirts, get up with us, hit the membership, hit the super chat. But all they got to do to get them National Guards out their neighborhood in seconds is go teach each one of them a TikTok dance. They going to pull them goddamn phones out. They going to be up there talking about some, damn, I don't think I got it yet, man. And you can just slip right past them and do any kind of crime your ass want to do. Just get one of them little shorties, be like, oh, teach them out. They'll be out there all on fucking TikTok like, you can just walk your ass right past all of them, dip right around them like this quick. Just go teach them all the TikTok dance, and you will not have a problem. Even in people on TV, they'll be like, oh my God, did you see this? Get them up here, Sergeant. Do it. He'd be in that motherfucker like, how did you learn that dance? Oh my God, how did you fucking learn that dance? Oh, I saw some victims over there. And I was like, do you guys got anything to offer? You know, they taught us a fucking dance. I just love coming over here. So that's funny. Zach, your name automatically mean you use the race card, bro. Come on. Your name is Zach, my brother. The race card is literally in your name. It's literally in your name. I was only arrested by Zachs. I've never been arrested by James, a Tony, a Frank, a Mike. I would have liked a Don to just arrest me. It's only been Zachs. I swear. It's so crazy. I'm going to court like, who the fuck? Wait a minute, it's a different one? You use that damn name too much, man. You need to change it. To Rax. You got a new name now. When you come on this channel, bro, you known as Rax. Let's get to the conversation, y'all.
Now in our nation's capital, carrying out President Trump's crime crackdown after his Monday order to federalize the Metro Police. Federal and local authorities making 23 arrests yesterday alone, including one suspect wanted for murder. FBI Director Kash Patel writes on X, "We are just getting started. When you let good cops be cops, they can clean up our streets and do it fast. More to come. Your nation's capital will be safe again," writes Kash Patel. National Guard.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. They on to doing the music thing. Now, we ain't know none of that dumbass music. We don't want to hear they music. Get it out of here. Hey, but thank y'all for voting. I see the votes coming in. The votes rushing in now. I see the votes is popping in heavy. And that's dope to see, got their opinion. And it's not my opinion. It's not what I feel. It's not I'm saying it. I'm letting it play. I give my opinion. But the idea is everybody in the comment section is doing a poll, and that's who's deciding what is coming down the pipeline. What is exactly Trump saying? What is exactly you feel behind what's going on? So I can present it to you, and I can showcase it, but I can't tell you how to feel. And I'm not necessarily dissecting what I play. I'm just playing what's out there, and what's out there is the conversation that I don't control. But I do control bringing you the message. And it's unbiased. It is unbiased, might I conclude. And my shirt is also unbiased. Shut up. My shirt is also unbiased, and it can be in your closet and in your drawer. You can just pull one out and be like, man, I'm gonna rock some hood films today, man. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna rock this, man. Then some girl walk up on you and be like, hey, where you get that from? You be like, what, this? She'll be like, wait a minute, I've been wanting to find one. You got another one? You be like, I get you. You want to marry me? Wait, give her a couple of weeks before you hit her with that question. Don't just, I know, just slow it up a little bit. Mr. Primetime DC, hit that like button. You tell them what it is, Mr. Primetime DC. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a guy conversation. This guy is his show is called African Emancipation. I think that's what it is. African Emancipation. That's his show. And he gonna talk the black talk. So let's get to the black talk. And I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, join the membership, send a super chat, send a super thanks. Y'all already super right here in y'all heart. So anytime we connect, I know that I got the super people right here with me. So let's get to the conversation. All right, bam. And sound.
Here, because you got way too many people now. That's the thing. Them other groups that you brought here, I'm telling you, they're not your friends. They don't like you. They go along with you because they benefit off of you. Those other immigrant groups, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the Africans and the Caribbeans. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the East Indians, the Pakistani, the Latino, the Asian. They don't like you. They'll go along with you. They even be anti-black with you, against us. But when you get in a minority, and they know they got the numbers over you, you're going to really see how they feel about you. They never liked you from day one. They just only used you to get their jobs and get their weight up. But think about it. They don't hang out with you. Think about it. They don't hang out with you. They're not trying to intermingle with you. You notice these other groups kind of stay off to themselves? They don't even fool with you like that? So why do you think that they will be your backup in the end? When them other groups get their numbers up, they show really how they feel.
And a lot of us, we know what he's talking about. Because when you think about it, that's how Trump got in there. A lot of people played the game as if they didn't like the guy, and then all of a sudden he became the president, and everybody like, oh my God. And then he started coming out of bag, as we call it. He started coming out of bag, and he started being like, catch him, find him, lock him up. Everybody like, what, catch him? These white people, they be ready. They don't be sitting around chilling like us. They don't be sitting around at their 9 to 5 getting off and watching TV at the crib. It's not like that. They ready on go. And as soon as he said go, that's deputizing. And they ready now. They've been sitting up working out, getting them cars, trucks, boom, it's on. So everybody been sitting around chilling, working in the, you work there, y'all doing this, and everybody got their jobs. Now you just basically sitting ducks. It's sitting ducks. Like Professor Black Truth said, they love a joke that take a long time to play out. And that took a long time to play out. Nobody would have thunk it. You'd have thought most of the people thought they was white too. It's like as long as we not black people, we gotta be some kind of white because our life is too much more better than them. And then all of a sudden, the implosion, the implosion, the implosion. Boom. Kamala probably was a better choice because now everywhere you go, it's a rundown. She probably would have had something else going on. It probably wouldn't have been that. But you could see it's a rundown on you. And they ain't playing. He ain't playing. He running down on you. Wherever you at, wherever they at, go. He deputizing. They standing in line trying to be deputized. And I even seen folks say black people need to go up in there and sign up. Be like, cool, y'all hiring? Y'all got jobs down here? That's okay, cool. Put me on that. But all of us, my whole neighborhood finna come sign up. We all legal. Ain't none of us got no crimes under our belt. 39 jobs. Sign us up. Let's get it. But, is it going to happen like that? It should. It's the federal gig. It's the federal job. Just like the post office and all that other shit they say federal. You need to go sign dead the fuck up. How old are you? 22? Bet. You ain't got no job? Come on. That girl left you. You trying to figure out what you're going to do next? Come down here, sign up, and be an immigrant. ICE. Get your money. Get you a house. Get you an apartment. Get you a crib. So it's almost like they invented a way to get some food. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need to eat. Now, I know y'all need to eat. So we got to invent a food because we ain't got warehouses. We ain't got assembly lines. We don't have that. So let's invent a food. And how you invent a food? You let something lure it in. You let something kind of trickle in thinking it's kind of by itself. It's like if you try to steal from a warehouse, from a department store, you walk in there thinking like, don't nobody know, I'm finna get some shit. And you come in there thinking like, not knowing that the police motherfuckers done seen 30 other people walk in this bitch just like that all week, all month, every time. And then when they walk in like you walking in, the first thing they do is steal some shit. So they seen you already. And then you walk in that motherfucker like, pop, 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 bing, boom. Oh, hey, come here for a minute, bro. Where you? Come here, I'm gonna holler at you for a second. No, what, me? What I do? So they know, they see it coming. So when they come dwindling their ass into America, like, we're just gonna outwork black people. We're just gonna have all these corporations and money. White people sitting back like, get their ass. Now they sitting back, what you mean? What I do? What happened? Well, they gotta feed the other white people. Don't you know how they lock black people up in the neighborhood and then they ship them out to some suburban place 4 or 5 hours from the city? He's feeding a bunch of Caucasians in their city. And even when he has to do life in prison or 35 years or 53 years, then that means that person can have a baby. His kid can work there. Your money, your food. So if you can't see that and you think that by somebody spitting those conversational words that they are talking like the victim, no. People see how to make money. You can't see it. So I'm going to make money off of you. And if you think that I'm just going to sell a jacket or a pair of pants, no. We're going to sell you, your time, your issues, whatever you got going. What it take for you to do this shit? You need some fucking music? You need some fucking bogus food? You need a bogus environment? Whatever the fuck it take, do the crime so I could ship your ass over here and take care of these people way over here. So if you come to America illegally and you got the job and you working and they gave you the loan, they gave you the paperwork and you sitting there with your family and you posted up, well, now you can go feed people because now they could turn all of them on you and say, we know where you live, we know where you work, we know where they be at. There's a Home Depot right there. They always slide right here to do. They come through the alley all goddamn day. What you thought was gonna happen? You have to feed people too, just like they were feeding you. The ones who own the corporations, who hired you, who hired your family and friends. You ate. Now you got to feed. That's what my homie used to say when I was 19. He used to always say, you ate, now you got to feed. And that's exactly the truth. Because back then, everybody used to be like, yeah, boy, I'm eating. You know, that was, and I'm like 1992, everybody, I'm eating. He used to be like, I'm feeding. I used to be like, why you always got to flip shit? Nigga, everybody's saying I'm eating, and this nigga want to walk around talking about I'm feeding. What the fuck this nigga talking about? But that's, I was a shorty, but it's the truth. And he was a little older than me, so I caught it. You feeding, fuck eating. Yeah, you can eat, but if you feeding, then that means you automatically eating because you got to feed. You feel me? And I was like, okay, I caught that. I caught that. So let me go back to the comment section real quick. Let's swing back to the comment section. I'm trying to get my screen together so I can read it all out. Here you go, right here. And we got Steve-O Stoner stepped into the room. This is the broski right here. He the first one to pop one of the shirts. We just shipped it out to him. I appreciate the bro. Steve O. Stoner, shout out to him. He got a new album out. It's called Revolutionary Stoner. It's on all of the platforms. You're going to love it. I loved it. It's cracking. It's crazy. So make sure you grab one of our shirts as well. It's all over. You can grab one off our channel. Or it's on Walmart.com. You go to Walmart.com. You grab it. It's right there. It's going to smack you in the face. We got sizes. We got all of it going on. And so Steve O. Stoner said, Trump using black criminality as an excuse to carry out his own agenda. It's crazy. Yeah, and then the funny thing about it is that the mayor and all these people saying that the criminality that he referring to don't exist no more, that it's not that much crime up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really kind of convoluted what's really happening right there. Steve O. Stoner said, not unexpected though, it's just whack and burn out. Yeah, and then again, it takes the idea and it takes the conversation off of the other shit. So the black people are in the conversation. Oh, we're not going to protest against what's going on to the migrants. We're not going to do nothing against those people and fight against, because they don't like us. They've been sold us. They don't give a fuck about what we got going on. So now what's happening to them, we just kind of stand out to our business. And it's been glaring, like it's out there. Everybody know that's what's happening. So again, he figured out a way. Okay, we can't attack all black people, but motherfuckers who live right around me, go get the National Guard and trap their ass in their house and make sure they can come out the crib. And it's like, damn, what happened? I just said do what the fuck I said do, and that's what it is. So now, that's what he lived there. He said you got to get the police got to be there. That's what it is. So we don't live in D.C., but he said we'll travel around with this, but they know the checks and balances game. So they know that people that do that, they know that presidents will be like, we're going to take the show on the road. They're like, ho, 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 ho. You can do that shit here. You know, you got, a good 43,000 black motherfuckers. You can do that with them, but you can't take this shit down there. You can't run over there with that. Again, remember what I keep saying. The National Guard are regular people. They've been trained in war. They haven't been trained like a police officer where they walk around with a gun every damn day. They regular folks. Like they actually at Walmart, they're at Target, they're at the gas station. So they not gonna be letting no smacking motherfuckers with batons, taking people to the dark area, beating the shit out of them like cops be doing. They're not gonna allow that to happen because they're gonna think it's gonna fucking happen to them. They get off. They get off and be regular people. When you're a cop, they have your ass with fucking 12-hour shifts. You barely get the fuck off like that. But if you're a National Guard, if Trump didn't say nothing, the motherfuckers be at the crib chilling, playing games, eating food, watching the game. They regular people. So they don't want to be there. You understand what I'm saying? They want to be at the crib. Like, homie, post it up. Like, what the fuck you mean? You put my outfit on and stand out here. What? I can't even sleep where I'm going to go home, man. But no, you got to be up here. And then again, you from the National Guard, you might live 5 hours away in some suburb, but it's still inside the same area, or however big DC is. And you still got to come all the way down there and do the damn job because you in the National Guard. And they pay you money every month for being in the National Guard. So it's part of the game. So, we watching it all play out. We watching Trump do what he do. He got his, he said what he said. So he did what he did. He said what he said. And Tim said, Jersey Mike said, I hope Trump meets the Grim Reaper soon. Damn, bro, you going crazy. Oh, that's Jersey Mike, the food company, so that ain't a real person. Gringolandia said, I'd rather meet Jesus and save his soul. No, that's funny. Steve O. Stoner said, just think about it. They already locked up black people already by millions, literally mass incarcerate us using local law enforcement. Why would they need the military all of a sudden? Well, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's not that they need the military. I think he's showing his might, Trump that is, by I'm back. Yeah, so I think that they did that because he's slapping that lady upside the head, the one that's the president, the mayor. He's basically telling her, shut the fuck up. You ain't really got no power over here. I don't like you and what you're doing, and whoever you are, I don't even know you. We'll send my people in there. Who is what? So who is she? Okay, who? Good. Send my guys in there. Y'all, because again, this president, this is his team. The National Guard is like, this is like his fingertips. That's like the furthest away from him. So he's like, you know what, just send them in there to go walk. But then that makes old girl look what? Not up to par, like she ain't really smart, like she losing the city. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of ways, you can't control crime. You can't control what people do or if they do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Carlos said, someone should, that of Trump, that of Trump and take him out of office. I don't know. Maybe he's saying impeach him, but it ain't happening. Somebody that old, 80-something years old. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. The votes are still coming in. The votes, if the votes was the like buttons, I have 1 million likes. That's how many votes came in today. It's a crazy amount of votes came in today. And it's still kind of dead even to me. It's not dead even, but it's kind of like in a little mixture of an even. It's kind of like, but it's still leaning in the direction of yes. Is Trump wrong for sending in the National Guard? And it's yes. A lot of people believe that Trump should not have done that, and he's a snake for doing that. Steve O'Stoner said, yeah, you're right. It was a big flex. Steve O'Stoner said, but keep our name out your mouth, Trump. FBA ain't playing about lineage, and that's true. He want us to fear him and fear what they can do because of what they're doing to the immigrants. But we don't have nothing to do with that. You can't criminalize them and then go after them and then look at us and then say, yeah, and that's for you. That's when you get your ass kicked because you're supposed to keep your face facing the person who's doing the perpetrating. We ain't got shit to do with that. Matter of fact, as far as we know, we've been on you motherfucking side because we ain't protesting with them. We ain't letting them live in our cribs. We ain't gave them the Underground Railroad fucking mess way to get through shit. They got to figure it out, and that's the truth about that, and everybody know it. So they got to figure it out on their own, right? And we haven't tried to make them unite with us. Gringolandia said lineage, but that ain't what he said, Gringolandia. You need to go back to your thesaurus and read that again, my brother, because he said it right the first time. That's FBA right there, bruh. And Steve O'Stoner said, thanks, Gringolandia. Well, thanks then, goddammit. Rick Ross said, well, he the first one bought one of my shirts, so I got to always show love. When you show love to Hood, I'm showing love to you in the comment section the whole ride. The whole ride. What up, Leon? Rick said, it's time for black and brown and white to unite. Black, brown, and white have unite. It's called Neapolitan ice cream. You go to any store, you go right in the frozen department, you get the ice cream with the 3 fucking colors, you go to the crib, you eat until your heart's content. Like, what is black, brown? Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck they got in there. You get that. My old man, on our birthdays, that's all he would go get. Neapolitan ice cream. Nigga, we was tearing that shit up. So now you know there is equality. It's right inside that little ice cream box called Neapolitan. You get the 3 colors, and then you go home and you have your good time. And that's what that did. So we just got to see what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? What Rick Rock said, it's time for, he said it's time for, Steve O'Stoner said, no, it's not. It's not time for us to reunite. No, I'm not with that. You know, I mean, reuniting to what? I mean, they got all the shit. So before I reunite, I need some things. I don't want to reunite with nobody, and I got to keep leaving. And y'all got the mansions and the big ass 20 minutes to leave your damn house as I'm swirling out through your driveway. But then I got to go to the could. No. Give me some shit. Let me go use my yacht a few years. Let me go use my motherfucking mansion and my 10 bathrooms. I want to shit all day. And then I'll say, maybe my kids can unite with them. Yeah, that's more like it. Because the rest of the other cultures who had all this shit and was rich, they was able to stay inside their own culture. They didn't have to unite with no damn body. You didn't come over there and you knew it. And if you did get in their midst or do something that they didn't like, they just killed your ass. And that was that. Nobody came, put them in court. And if they did put them in court, it was a hung jury, and that was what it was. So I don't want to have to unite and have to spend all this time with other cultures. And they had their whole damn time to be by themselves and be amongst them their own way. I like to be around black folks, black women, black party, black. That's just who the fuck I am. I'm not saying you got to be like that. You intermingle. You're a goddamn international person. That's what make you tick. I'm not against you. I just like black shit. I just like black people. I like black food. I'm not interested in the other things. But that's just me. You can do and be you. And while you're doing and being you, make sure you get one of the Hood Film shirts that's available right now on Walmart.com and right here on YouTube. You can support them. Support the homie. Keep me in the game. Keep me in the game. And, you know, and I appreciate y'all coming, man. I just don't know how much to say this. I'm so grateful for everybody going out with me and coming to hang out with the show again. This was a special report. We wanted to go and talk about Trump, his antics. what was going on. Why did he bring such a tumultuous moment into the game with all this racism and everything that's happening? So I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Steve-O's telling us it's time for FBA to focus on our own lineage and sovereignty. And I hope he spelled that right for bro. Because Gringo Lane there, he out there, he on it, he hunting. But I agree, it's time for us to do our own thing and be happy within that, because a lot of us have dealt with a lot of those things that, you know, white people say, psychological issues with the Stockholm stuff, or just believing that you're supposed to be white, or even the little kids have the little dolls and they believe that the white doll is better. We've dealt with a lot of those intellectual and mind things that we have to still work ourselves through. We can't just go blend in all of a sudden, or, you know, be accepted by another crew, because what if they change their mind? You know, this is a human world we in. People have wars, people have coups. It's real life, you know what I'm saying? So who's to think that everybody just gonna be kumbaya and shit because you say it? You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that. And it shouldn't have to be like that, because again, there's other areas in this country where you can't go if you're black. And that's still to this day. Ask those truck drivers who's being kept and lost, or those two twin black boys that got caught in some North Carolina mountains. Like, it happens conversationally with other cultures. It happens exact when it comes to black people. And that's the sad part about it. We gotta theoretically talk about what it's like with the other cultures, how hard it's been for them within the next 9 months. Need I say 9 years? But the black people been dealing with it for centuries, so long that that shit is a part of our skin. It's a part of our DNA. It's a part of who we are. Matter of fact, if we see another black person complaining about it, we the first ones to shut him up and say, hey, cut all that shit out, man. It's the facts. Jason said, send in the military if needed. Go Trump, go. JR, he put it out there. That's what he voted. That's what Jay feel. He get to feel like that. And Steve-O said reparations. And Razor said, people need their communities. We do. We do, man. Yo, I'm going to dive up off of here and go jump into the next mission. I appreciate y'all. I think I'm going to try to do another 7 p.m. show again tomorrow. I like the vibe. Everybody who hung out with me, this is crazy. I appreciate y'all rocking out with it, boy. Razor, Roll Cab said, reparations for that were sold in Africa. Yeah. Yeah, I think I understand what he's saying, because I know you got to write quick and shit like that. It's not easy. Hit the like button, guys. We got a lot of votes came in today. What crazy. What if all them voters would have gave $1,000 today? See, that would have been crazy. And they had it to give, too. So we need reparations for everybody in the comment section, so y'all can start giving them $1,000 out, because that's how this thing works. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate y'all all checking out our channel and coming to hang out with us. Shout out to Steve-O Stoner for being the first one to cop one of the shirts and support the brand, send in super chats, everything like that, you know, and I'm grateful for all the support. So I'm gonna get up off of here now and go finish up. But tomorrow, we got a new show in the morning. Tomorrow, our show is at 12 p.m. right here on this channel. We're gonna do Black Outrage for 42. It's right here on this channel. We're gonna be right here tomorrow, 12 p.m. We're gonna have something dope to talk about. Steve-O Stoner said, reparations for war waged on black Americans. That's true. Yeah. Because Trump said he wanted to get reparations to the white people who was dealing with some shit he said recently. Every time I talk to people, they keep bringing it up to me, and I'm like, damn. But you can't expect him to give you no damn reparations. Come on, that's not what the conversation is about. The conversation is that it should happen, not who's going to actually give it to us, what date is going to come. You know, and I believe that's what the whole idea, of Biden bringing the immigrants into America, because when that conversation came down the pipeline, that black people wasn't voting for them no more because of the reparations conversation, and nobody was having that conversation. But then you have people like Professor Black Truth, and Tariq Nasheed bringing that conversation to the world. Now all of a sudden they want to have a conversation, but they didn't like it. So they was like, you know what, we got to talk that shit. We got to have the conversation, but if we're going to talk about it, we're going to let a million goddamn immigrants in here. That way they can't never tell us how to operate our shit. You know, we don't want to give y'all nothing, but we'll give it to some immigrants. And then when y'all come and say, yo, where the money at? Oh, we gave it to them. Sorry, there's no more money now. You know what I'm saying? But it's just this really push to overlook black people and not give black folks nothing. And obviously black people are not going to be happy with that. We're going to push back and have an issue. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I appreciate y'all again. Y'all gonna make me cry how many votes came in here. This is fucking phenomenal. I'm really shocked today. It's shocked. Shocked how many votes. This is just a really good subject matter. I think we're gonna have to revisit this again. Trump revisited on a revisit. So right now we got 37% said no, 63% said yes. Trump is wrong for sending in the National Guard. So there you go, man. Y'all have a great day, a great evening. Hit the like button, share the message, send some dough to your homie. Get a t-shirt, get Walmart. They're gonna ship it to you. It works out. And I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.